So here's the garden this morning. I got the first Olivia tree here, and I've already pulled probably 12 figs off of this one. It's got two right now that are getting ready to get ripe, and all the others are ripening up too. But there's that one. There's that one. And then there's one, two down there that are getting ripe. And then all these others are starting to turn color too. There was 19 figs on this tree to start with, and they're mostly gone. So anyways, over here, of course, we got all the zinnias that come back from last year. And we got the black corn. Some of it's kind of fallen over. I just watered, but there's a couple of them right there that may do something. Who knows? There's a tomato back here that come up from last year. You can see there's a tomato. There's a couple of tomatoes. It's a cherry tomato. It just come back from last year. And then I had a couple of marsh milkweeds that come back from seed, I guess, because it wasn't planted right here, but they're really, really prolific. See, there's just a whole bunch of it right here. It's just two plants, but they really spread out. We've got the grape tomatoes here. We've already picked a whole bunch off, but they're still having a whole bunch more coming on. We had a Better Boy or something like that tomato, and there's one there. We've picked several off of here. There's another one, oh, right back in there. And then there's a couple more right there, but well, those ones back there are probably off of that plant there, which was the Beef Master, that had really, really big tomatoes, and they were really, really good tasting. So anyways, we're coming back around. Then we got the squash plant here. This is just one plant. I had 4 plants planted here, but I had to pull up 3 of them because they were just getting too big. I didn't realize how big they were going to get, or I wouldn't have planted all 4 of them here. And then here's that other, the original. I had gotten 5 plants for the marsh milkweed, and they're really starting to bust out. We had a whole bunch of aphids on them, but most of them are gone now. But they're all, they're doing like this, where they're real pretty. I haven't seen any monarch butterflies until just recently. Had 2 of them flying around, which is encouraging. Usually we see a whole bunch of them, but not this year for some reason. We're going to go by the first Olivia tree, and the second Olivia tree, I haven't had any figs off it yet, but there's a couple ripening, and there's 40 figs on this tree, and I want to see how many ripen. So there's one right there that should be ready in a couple of days, I guess. And then there's another one right over there. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of figs on it. I mean, just a ton of them. There's 40 the last time I counted. And then there's another fig here, which I was thinking was a Cadota, but I'm not sure. Here's that Beef Master tomato from this side. We already picked the first crop, and now it's got this second one coming on. Here's that marsh milkweed from this side. And of course all the zinnias. The bees and even the hummingbirds like the zinnias. And then of course we got all the sunflowers. They all came up by themselves. And I just let them grow. I picked all the ones from the other end of the garden, but I'll let these ones grow, which they block off the afternoon sun. I'm probably think about that next time, but there's just tons and tons of bees. And I've seen the hummingbirds on them too. So there's another fig tree here, which is the Celeste. and I really haven't gotten a whole bunch of figs off it. They grow and then they turn white and they fall off. So we'll have to figure out what that is. It's got a really big trunk on it, but it really hadn't done that good. I picked probably 4 or 5 figs off it. They were good, but it's got a ton of figs on it, but they really just are not ripening, you know. And over here we had from Pluck Wing Duck, she had given us some citrus trees. They were all 3 in one bucket, and I split them up. This is a key lime. This is a Meyer lemon right here. And this one here, I got to show you the tag because I can't pronounce it. But it's got a whole bunch of little fruit on it. You know, just tons and tons of little fruit. And it had all kinds of flowers all over it too. But let's see if we can get that tag up there. Calamondin, which they're all 3 doing really good from what they were before. They're really doing good. Then here, I just got this yesterday. It's another Chicago Hardy, which take you out back and show you what the Chicago Hardy did out back. But now here's one. This is the G E Neri that I bought back in October of 2004, and it was real tiny last year, and I got a start off of it. I air layered the center, and then the 2 sides come out. It got pretty nice last year, but no figs. And then it had the branches coming up on both sides. It was really long on both sides before, and I cut the ends off and got 4 starts, and they all grew good. I gave 2 of them away, and I've still got 2 left. But the figs on this are just gigantic, and that's why I bought it, was for the figs. And it had 32 figs on it. I cut 19 of them off when I trimmed it a week ago or so, and left 13 on there, and we'll see how many ripen. But this one started ripening the next day, and it is just, look how big this fig is. It's just, they say that they get to the size of tennis balls maybe. Anyways, I got that one, and there's another one ripening down there also. And then some of the others are starting to look like they're going to ripen also, but we'll wait and see. From Pluck Wing Duck, we also got this Japanese maple. We got one in the front also. But we got this one, and I'm going to have to get it in the ground so I can stop hearing about it. And here's another Celeste right here that it's doing good. I've got a couple figs off. It's got a lot of figs, but they turn white and fall off also. So I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong on these. This one dries up a lot. I think I need to just keep it watered more, but I'll fill it up with water and it's gone in a couple hours, you know. So I'll just have to add more water. What else is there? Here's JD's fig tree here, which I'm probably going to take out because I don't get any figs off it. I'm going to put that Chicago Hardy here and see how it does. And then we have another Celeste that I put in the ground last year, but it doesn't get as much sun as it really needs. It gets shaded out in the morning. It's after 10 o'clock right now, and see, it's still shaded out. Afternoon, the maples or the walnut tree shades it out also, but it's grown a little bit, but it's never going to have figs, so I have to figure out something for that too. Anyways, we'll go to the back here in a bit.